Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. We are live, and I'm just waiting for my video to come up on YouTube so that we can make sure we're live. For my video. There we go. And we got volume this time. The last time I did a live stream on StreamYard, we didn't have volume, but this time we got volume. So hi and welcome. And Lori's here. And hi, Lori. Welcome to the live stream. I thought I would come on tonight just to kind of review where we were last year. I've got this seat open because Steve is going to come back and join me in just a minute. But kind of do the year in review and kind of see what's coming up in the new year. I know that I haven't done my Bible studies the last 2 Tuesdays. I didn't do it this Tuesday because I was doing some volunteer work up at the radio station for their year end. And then the last week was Christmas, of course. So I didn't do the 2 Bible studies, but I will be doing it this coming Tuesday. So if you have missed the Bible studies, they are coming back. They're not going away. So we will have Bible study on Tuesday coming up. And I know, Lori, that you're normally in the Bible studies, or you normally watch the Bible studies, and I appreciate that. So I'm going to continue that book this year. Steve is here.
Oh.
It helps you with the new year. Yeah, it helps me too. I love sitting in the mornings and reading the Bible and making my notes, and it just helps me keep connected to God. So I appreciate that. And Lori's here, and she's saying she loves to study. And hi, Steve.
Hi.
And Lori is one of our regular viewers and is living positively after challenges. And she joined me in a live stream one time and talked about her poetry book that she wrote. And we had a couple other authors on. Yeah, share out the live stream. Let everybody know that I'm live. I can share it out on my YouTube too, or my Facebook too. Hopefully some people come hang out with us. I just wanted to hang out a little bit. So let me, hold on. I can't type. Please join us. All right. Let me put that up on my Facebook and see if anybody will come and join the stream. Normally doesn't really work, but we'll see what happens. Betty's here. Hi, Betty. How are you tonight? Did you have a happy New Year's? Y'all let me know what you did on New Year's. Did you stay up till midnight, or did you crash early? We stayed up, but just kind of stayed up doing the same stuff we normally do, watching videos and just kind of hanging out. So we didn't do anything special, really.
Today?
No, New Year's Eve, last night.
No.
We turned on the TV at the last minute to watch the ball drop.
Yeah.
Betty said she fell asleep. So I did shoot Leah from Huckleberry Holler. I shot her email tonight, or a text message today on her phone, and got to talk with her for a little bit. But there she is. Leah's here. She said, hi, Leah. We went to bed early at 9 p.m. So Leah and I may be doing something fun next month. It's a secret, though, so we really can't say what it is because the person that we're doing it for may watch the video. I'm not sure. So we can't let our secret out. So what did we do last year? What did you guys do last year that was fun? Or what did you do that was like an accomplishment last year? I kind of made some notes. I went through my calendar and kind of looked at what I had on my calendar for things that I did last year. What'd you do last year, Steve? Worked. Did you do anything like an accomplishment? Like, did you get anything accomplished? I know you built the ramp outside.
I fixed it, yeah.
Yeah, you fixed the ramp. We have a handicap ramp on our house, and he put trucks on that.
I made repairs to the rotted wood and put trucks on it.
Did you do the back porch last year too, or was that before?
No, I didn't do the back porch last year. Or this year.
Leah says she's not breathing a
last
word.
year. I'm
Was
sorry.
that last year? Was
Maybe.
that this year? Our garden did so this year. It didn't do great. But in January, we did the pantry challenge. Are you guys going to do that this year? We tried to eat, basically, we had our kitchen was so that we had food in different cabinets, and we had a corner cabinet that had canned fruit and stuff in it. And I tried to dig stuff out, and I decided it wasn't a good way to store food because there was stuff all over the place, and I didn't have stuff organized, and stuff was expiring. So I decided to do a pantry challenge and just eat the items that we had in the freezer in the pantry, because we were supposed to be rotating food from one freezer to another, and it wasn't working. So we just, and it ended up, was supposed to be just for January, but then it was working so well, we carried it on into February and then March, just to kind of get rid of some of the older stuff so that we could restock. And then I rebuilt the pantry. So I gutted it out. I used some of the shelving that was in there, but I took a lot of the shelving out that was in there and built new shelves. And everything I put in there basically was from wood that I had from other projects. So I really didn't have to spend money on anything except for a couple of braces for the shelves. I think that's all really that I spent money on, because everything else, right, that I had was basically stuff we already had in the house. So we did and I had used paint that we already had, paint from the dining room that was left. And so I really didn't spend money doing it, but it turned out really good. I thought that I did a really good job with it. And it stayed organized. I mean, even now it's still organized. I know what I have in there. I put the new food that I buy behind the old food so that we eat the old food first, and I don't overstock. And I was overstocking before. Now everything's not in the cabinets. It's all kind of just into the pantry. And I don't have to look in different cabinets for stuff. And then I took all the pans and stuff, that junk that was in there, and I put it in the cabinets. And the corner cabinet is now stuff I don't use much, like paper plates and stuff like that. So I don't have to worry with it.
So did we get more dirt for the garden this year or last year?
Yeah, we got dirt this year.
Last year. 2024. We're in 2025 now.
Lori's saying she's supposed to do missions work with Gail in Tennessee for Hurricane Helene victims in April or May. I produced one good song and scheduled another book published. Yay, that's good. Are you going to go down and see Gail? I don't remember where Lori lives as far as what state she's in. So I don't know how close she is to us. But I know Gail had said about putting a team together for April or May. I that's kind of on my radar. But I haven't got dates and plans and stuff. So I don't have 100% locked in on that plan, but I know that she is planning something, maybe a painting interiors of people's houses as they're getting fixed or something. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, because I'd really like to, well, I'm going to paint my loft room in the front of the house. We have the paint, we have everything we need, but that's going to probably be done in February. I'm going to use all of January to get my crafts done for I have a January 25th craft show that I've scheduled to do, and I've got to get stuff together for that. So my January is going to be kind of dedicated to getting some projects done. And people are asking me for stuff. I had 2 people yesterday ask me for placemats, for spring placemats for the tables. Somebody's asked me for a couple of hedgehogs, and it's I've got to get my stuff made for this craft show, because it's going to be pretty large, and I want to make sure I have enough product. So I'm kind of trying to say, can you just wait till the craft show's done so I can make you what you want to have? But that's what I'm focusing on in January. So Lisa's saying she doesn't have enough in her pantry. I buy what I need for recipes and I use the items. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I overstocked before. And Leah said she did a challenge in December, January. It did a restock month for us. And that's good too. I just restocked 2. Okay, that's what Lisa's saying. She just restocked 2. Oh, you're in Oregon. Well, or Oregon. I don't know how you say Oregon. So that's a long way to come. I know you're doing the yoga. All right, I would love to meet you. So let me know. Keep me in the loop on that, because if you're going to come all the way over from Oregon, I'd love to meet you. So Gail's only 5 hours. How long did it take me? Depending on the traffic, because 85 or 81 is kind of messy sometimes. Probably 5.5 hours. I don't remember how long it took me. 5 hours maybe.
I don't know. I didn't go with you.
Well, you could use some painting. Are you trying to get a free plane ticket? Good luck with that. Oops. I keep forgetting I'm on the laptop, but I have my TV on up there, and I'm trying to play with the mouse to do my laptop, and it's not working. In January, we had a new grandbaby.
You did? No.
Kobe. He was in our Christmas video.
Yeah.
He'll be 1 in January. But so January last year, we had a new grandbaby. And Delta turned you down. So how are you gonna get a free ticket? What do you have to do to get a free airline ticket? Is it because you're doing missions work? Because I had to pay to go to Colombia. We didn't get it. Well, I mean, she got cheaper tickets. She got a good deal on tickets, but I think anybody could have got it that was going there. I don't think it was anything special because we were doing missions work. I joined the women's club this year. This is my first full year of being retired. So I did a lot of things that I didn't normally do because of, working before. So I did join the women's club after I retired, and that's kind of opened a few doors for me as far as volunteer work.
Yeah.
Doing some stuff with that.
Radio station.
Yeah, the radio station's separate. That's not really through the women's club.
Yeah, but I mean, you did a lot of...
I did a lot of volunteer work with the radio station, the Christian radio station, because that's what we listen to. And they do their spring and fall fundraisers. And I always said when I retire, I want to help them out with that. So when they were doing the fall fundraiser it's 2 years now because it's the beginning of a new year. So the year before, in 2023, when they were doing the fall fundraiser, I had retired already. So I had gotten in touch with them to do that. And they kind of like just sucked me in from there. So we did some other shows and stuff with them, volunteered at some shows and stuff with them. Okay, Lori's saying she's got a baby book coming out that she can give to us. The Princess and the Prince. Oh, that's cool. You're applying for sponsorship. That's cool. So yeah, now actually I just volunteered yesterday at the radio station because they did the end of the year, a charity event for one day, end of the year yesterday. So I went down there. I think I got there around 8 or 8:30 and stayed till about 6. They stopped the whole thing at 6 o'clock and everybody went home. So because everybody went home to celebrate New Year's, but it was raining and I had taken my car in. My car is in at the body shop having the body work done on it from the lady that hit me. And I had a rental car. I have a rental car, and I don't really know the rental car that good because I've only had it a couple of days and I really am not driving it. I just drove it back from the body shop and I just drove it to the radio station. So when it rained yesterday, I was kind of a little scared to drive it because it was dark and it was rainy. And so I drove slow and I was real careful because ours is all back roads to get from the radio station to our house. And it's all like back country roads that are twisty and turny and, one car. So I have to be careful. I'd have to be careful if I was driving my car because just the weather conditions and everything. Replied to Target and my bank. I'm going to try American Airlines. What are you applying for? I'm not understanding what you're applying for. To get a free ticket. Do you understand about that? About getting a free ticket? I don't understand about that. I do know that YouTubers come through. If you are, trying to do something, like when Gail and I were trying to buy the toys, I had a couple of YouTubers send me some cash through PayPal and stuff. And then Gail had some donations, and my family donates here and there too to different things. And my mom gave me a donation. And I had a lady from the Women's Club gave me a donation to buy toys for the kids down there where Gail is. So that helped out a lot. And I know sometimes if you put it out there on your channel or something that you're doing something, that's kind of why I put my missions out there on the channel, that there may be somebody out there who would want to help you to succeed in whatever it is you're trying to do and be part of it. So someone might want to give you some money to help you get an airline ticket or something. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they would or not, but it's always worth a shot to even Facebook. If you let, like YouTubers on your Facebook, I have some YouTubers on my Facebook. I might open it a little bit more to YouTubers and just kind of make it more of a social media platform. Just to get, because that's where I got one of my donations from, was my Facebook, a YouTuber that is on my Facebook. So I'm thinking this year I might open up my platform a little bit to let some more YouTubers on, because I really don't put anything private on my Facebook anyway. I kind of keep my private, and I put out what I want to put out on YouTube and Facebook, but I don't put my private business kind of stuff out there, just stuff I want people to, enjoy with us, our trips and stuff like that. Or taste tests, or I know there's a couple of companies that have solicited me in the last month for doing reviews for them, and I have agreed to do that. So I have something that's getting ready to be sent out to me now, and actually 2 products that are being sent from 2 different companies now for me to do reviews on. So they sometimes come through Facebook, and they sometimes just come from my email from YouTube, because they said they see my videos on YouTube and they get my email from my YouTube. And I have a separate email for YouTube and a separate one for personal. So, and I try to keep those separate. I don't hate Facebook. I have a Facebook portal, and I bought one for the members of my family during 2020 so that we could all chat together, because I have a sister in Texas, I have 2 in New York, I have a brother in New York, and I have my mom in New York. So the way we communicate in the afternoons, if you are on the Facebook portal, everybody can be in the chat together and you can see each other. So it helps my mom, who lives alone, to be able to have company in the daytime. We usually get on around 12:30 to 5 o'clock, whoever's available to go on with her. So we did that starting with 2020, so that she wouldn't have to sit alone in her apartment. We still do that. And it's a way that we can hang out and do crafts and stuff, whatever. We may be cooking. Sometimes I'm cooking while I'm, chatting with them. Sometimes I'm doing crafts. It just, I may be sitting in my easy chair knitting or something like that. Just whatever we feel like doing for the day. But at least we can have communication with mom and keep in touch with mom. So for that, I like Facebook, because that Facebook portal is through YouTube, through Facebook. I like Facebook because it has the word game on it, and I can do word games with my family. And I can post little stuff. I post my crafts, and I think that's been really helping me get people wanting to buy my crafts and stuff, which is not really why I was posting them. I was just posting them because my sister posts stuff that she makes and stuff we donate and stuff like that. But I've gotten a lot of response lately from people wanting to buy stuff because I'm posting it and they see it and they say, "Oh, that's cool. Can you make me this or can you make me that?" So again, it's a platform that I'm in the new year going to use differently because it's just kind of working out that way. Sometimes, God puts things in your path that works for your benefit, I guess. I don't know how to say it, but
What you said.
yeah. I mean, if it's working, if that's I'm thinking, well, maybe I need to use that platform for that because it's actually working. So you get weird product review offers. You have to kind of, what I do is if it's Amazon offer and they say, will you go buy the product and then you do the review and we'll reimburse you for it? I say no. I will not buy anything to do a review. Nope, because those people can be scammers. And so say no. If they say go buy the product, do the review, and then I'll pay you back, say no. I say to them, this is my address. If you want to send me the product, send it to me. If you want to give me a code so my viewers can get a discount, you can give that to me. Tell me what you want me to do with the review. Do you want me just do an unboxing? Do you want me to use the product? Tell me what you want me to do. How long do you want it to be? And I said, I only have YouTube. That's the only place I put it up. I can put a video on Facebook if you want me to, but you have your understanding. I won't sign any contracts. If they ask you to sign a contract so they can be your sponsor, I say no. I do this for fun. I don't do this for contracts. I'm not in this to make a lot of money. I do it. It's for me. It's a hobby. It's fun. And, I get a lot of those offers of, let me get you more viewers. I have this company. And no, I'm not interested in having 1 million viewers. That's not what I'm doing this for. I'm doing this because I meet a lot of awesome people and it's fun to do. And, if I get a couple of products, if you want to send me a product to review and I get to keep the product, hey, that's cool. I'll do that. I've gotten some pretty cool products, but I'm not going to buy them. I'm not going to buy them so that I can review them. So just kind of be smart when people approach you about stuff. If they're telling you need to buy it, I would say no, I'm not going to do that. I will review it for you if you want me to, but you have to just send it to me and tell me how you want me to review it. And I'm not going to fake a review. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. Facebook portals are great. It's whatever you're comfortable on YouTube. You put out what you feel comfortable putting out. Every channel is different. I know there's some people that I watch, and there was one lady that I've been watching, and all of a sudden she just stopped doing videos. There's a couple people that I felt like I got really close and got to know them, and then they stopped making videos, and I haven't heard from them in forever. And don't you know, I was thinking about these ladies over Christmas, and one lady put out a video, and I haven't watched it yet, but she said she's back, and she hasn't posted in 11 months. And the other lady sent me a message. So it's like, oh wow, I've missed these ladies. You get attached with people. Oh, if it's not a product that is morally up to my standards, I absolutely say no. If it's something that I would be embarrassed to be talking about on YouTube or anywhere else, or I wouldn't, no, I'm not going to review those products. So absolutely not. If it's not a very nice product, I say I back out right away. Say nope, I don't agree to that. that's not something that I would even want in my house. Well, if they're Amazon, they're going to get your mailing address if you order from them anyway. So, if they're Amazon sellers, I'll give them my address to send it to my house. I have given my post office address before and had stuff sent to my post office box, but I really don't have a problem giving people my home address if they're Amazon wanting me to do a review. I don't have a problem with that. West Virginia Running Don is in the house. Hi, Don. How are you and Miss Stacy and all the children? I saw your last video with the girls and the gingerbread houses, that the voting, the final vote. And I just couldn't vote. I'm sorry I couldn't vote. I just feel like all of them kind of got a little not a fair chance, because those were really bad houses and they didn't stay together. So I don't feel like they had a fair shot at it. So my vote was to get new houses and try with better frosting or something, better way to put them together so the girls could decorate them. But that was cute. So I hope y'all had a happy New Year last night. Oh, you do? Like the running, you get requests for people for running gear? I don't know. If they send it to you for free and all you have to do is a review, I wouldn't buy anything. Like I said, I refuse to buy anything. If you want me to review something, send it to me. I'll review it. Oh, not ads. I don't answer the ads. There's a lot of ads, but I'm talking about people who send me emails and ask me to review products. I just delete a lot of the emails because some of them are people wanting just to like promote my channel, and I don't want that. I'm not looking for 1 million subscribers, and I'm not looking to pay somebody to promote my channel. I'm not looking for that. And I'm not even looking for somebody to pay me to review their product. I don't mind reviewing a product if I get the product for free. Oh, Leah's saying she wants to have dinner with Don and his family. That's on her bucket list for 2025. I'll ride up with you, Leah. We'll ride up to West Virginia and go visit Don and Stacy. Steve ain't saying a word. He's just a bump on the chair over there. You saying anything? Huh?
So where we leave off? February? What we do in February?
Says those house kits are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Yeah, you're right about that. A lot of times, though, you got to fix that frosting because it ain't going to keep those houses together. So you might just have to make your own frosting. February. What did we do in February? We did Night of Love and Laughter. That was a show by the radio station. We volunteered. They had a photo machine there that they let me run. Steve did the front door. He checked people in. He was kind of like security, I guess. March, we did our cruise.
Yeah.
We went
Puerto Rico.
St. Thomas. We did diving in St. Thomas, which was kind of not my favorite dive.
Where else?
We went to Dominican Republic.
Were there 4 stops there?
Just the 3.
I thought there was 4.
Where was the 4th one?
We didn't do St. Martin? Okay.
Leah says her family is there and guarantees her Aunt Edna will make the best pierogies you'll ever eat.
Is where?
West Virginia.
Oh.
She's talking about up where Don lives, West Virginia. Up in the holler. So, yeah, we did, and there's videos out there. We did Dominican Republic. We went on a tour, and we had a garden to table meal in like a farm, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It was like not like a vineyard, but it was a farm.
Yeah.
And we got to do a little tour. It wasn't like a farm like we have here. We started our garden in April when we got back from the cruise. This year's cruise is going to be in April. So we're going to be April 6th to the 12th, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll have to wait till we get back to plant our seeds, because I don't want to plant them and then leave and then they all die. We're only going to be going 7 days, so I don't know. We'll have to see.
We can plant them the day before. And they'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe. We'll just cover them with plastic wrap or something. Keep the humidity in after we water them. Maybe Leah can come to Gail's too.
I thought you were going to say maybe Leah can come up and water them.
No, she's saying maybe Leah can come to Gail's.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she can. She's not that far away. Puerto Rico. Yeah, we went to Puerto Rico. Lori, did you go on your trip? You had a trip planned, like Mexico or somewhere. Did you ever go? The cruise was fun. This year we're going to Cozumel, Mexico, Grand Caymans, and Nassau in April.
Yeah.
And I can do a separate video once I get all the paperwork together. I think we need to make the final payment. But then I'll get the paperwork together and I can go over all of our excursions and everything once it gets a little closer. But we love the cruising. We love, it's one of my favorite things to do. I love cruising. So in April last year, the Women's Club had a ham and oyster dinner, and that was the first time I volunteered to help with that. And I made some pies. I think I made coconut pie for that. And then I made potato salad, because the main course was like potato salad and coleslaw and oysters and ham and beans or something. I don't know. I didn't go to eat. I just went to serve. So I was a server for that. And then there was a craft fair that I did in April that was totally a dud, and that didn't sell anything. And I don't think it was advertised because it didn't have any foot traffic through there at all. And they had a ton of vendors, and everybody was very upset because there were no customers coming through. Everybody wasted their time. So that was a big waste of time.
I bet nobody will do it again this year.
No, I'm not. I've been not even going to them, the people that sponsored that, to go to any of their craft fairs. Lori's saying United Airlines canceled my departure flight that connected to Houston. I couldn't get another good connection, and they had to cancel the entire ticket. So did you get your money back for the trip, the whole trip? Seems like you should have been able to get another flight to Houston. Houston's pretty popular. We fly through Houston, Dallas. We fly through Dallas sometimes. I have trouble with Chicago, getting through Chicago. I'd rather go to Dallas and out that way if I'm going west. than to go through Chicago. I hate Chicago. So May last year went to New York for Mother's Day to see my mom. I try to go up twice a year, like in May and towards the end of the summer. I hate going up in the winter because it's too cold and I don't want to deal with the snow and ice. It's already snowing up there, and today it was snowing. They were plowing roads today, and I don't want to deal with any of that. So I don't try to go up there in the winter. What you do in May? Anything? You didn't go to New York with me?
I don't remember.
Nothing.
I worked.
He worked. June, he volunteered me for Vacation Bible School.
She loved it.
I made a lot of coral reefs. She got reimbursed and was able to cancel the entire reservation. There were no safe flights for me traveling alone at that time. See, I don't like traveling alone out of the country. I probably would not have done that at all unless somebody was going with me. When we fly to places, it's normally Steve's going with me. And unless I'm with a group, like this last trip to Colombia, I went with a church group. I would not attempt to go out of the country by myself. I just don't think it's safe enough to do that. So I did have a busy year. I mean, I had somebody tell me that they just retired and they're bored. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how does one get bored? Because I have so much to do. I don't even have time to get bored. That would be very cool, Leah. Yeah. And my grandson came up the weekend. I was working on the Vacation Bible School decorations, and he even helped me do some of the decorations. Gavin, can you believe he's going to be 21 in January? This month. This is January already. He's going to be 21 on the 30th. 29th or 30th. I have to look it up. I think it's the 30th. But it's hard to believe I have a 21-year-old grandson. But he's turned out to be a really good kid. He helps out when he's here. He doesn't mind. He helped me go shopping to get stuff. When the hurricane first hit Gale's area, he went shopping with me with some money that was donated to me, and helped me get sleeping bags and blankets, and we had the Bombas socks and a whole bunch of other stuff, bleach and the stuff that Gail said that she needed, some medicines. And Gail came and picked the stuff up, but Gavin helped me go buy it all. So he's a great help when he's here. He loves fishing, and he loves when he's here. Like he came up in June and went fishing with us, and he loves fishing too. Puerto Rico, I don't know how safe it is to travel alone. I mean, it's just something that, and I'm a pretty adventurous person, but I don't know that I would want to travel out of the country alone. There's just too many factors in something could go wrong. I always have to have at least one other person with me. I mean, when Steve's with me, I feel very comfortable. I had no issues going with the church group because there was a lot of us, and we were always together. We never did anything by ourselves. I never went off by myself, and I wouldn't do that any place ever. Go somewhere and go off by myself. Even going to a beach, that would be kind of weird for me to go on a beach vacation by myself and not have somebody to kind of just for backup and say a feeling of safety. It's just not something I do. And I'm a pretty brave person, but I veer on this.
She thinks she's a lot tougher than she is.
I veer on the side of safety.
which is not a good thing. I mean, which is not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Lori. Gail has really worked hard to take care of the community down there, and it was an honor for me to go and help her out with that because they really have a lot of need down there. I tried to watch some video while I was down there. You can go back and watch it if you didn't see it, but I think y'all saw that already. But she's done a whole lot for that community. She's done some amazing work.
Nothing says we can't go back down there.
Yeah, and I probably will. She's got a trip. That's what Lori's saying. Lori may try to get out there in April or May, which Gail was talking about once the winter's over in April or May when it starts getting warmer. They should have some of the houses ready to go in and paint, do some interior painting, and she's might try to put a team together then. Yeah, it's one thing sitting at the beach alone in the United States. And there's places in the United States that I wouldn't even want to travel alone. I mean, I wouldn't go to New York City alone. That's way out of my comfort zone. Wouldn't really want to go to New York City or places, Chicago by myself. Well, I did, when I was on my work trips and stuff, I went to like Atlanta and Chicago and places like that by myself because I had to for work. But I don't know. It's just very weird. I just don't know about going out of the country alone. Incredible Tiny Homes donated 50 tiny houses for hurricane victims. I tried to get Gail involved with them. The issue with some of the tiny homes is there's places. What are you doing?
Sorry.
He's way sidetracked. There's places that they have to have a foundation or something to put them up, that they can't just put up the tiny homes. I saw something in videos about there was some issues with the tiny homes that they could get them, but they didn't have places to put them or something. I know Gail was talking about the trailers that people are donating. Some of the trailers aren't in great shape and they have leaks, or they have issues with the electric or something in them. So there are some issues there too, that the stuff that some people are donating might not be in the best of quality. Yeah, there's a video. I don't know what it is, but it's from his daughter or something, of the kids. My sister came up to visit in July for the 4th of July. We did fireworks. Our neighborhood, because we're on the lake, does a lot of fireworks. Leah, you'd probably love to come up and join us for 4th of July because we had fireworks over the river. We went down and sat in our neighbor's yard. They invited us down to watch the fireworks down there over the lake. And then our neighbor because we're kind of like
was born.
Yeah, and we're kind of on a peninsula. So the neighbor on the other side, they shoot off fireworks every year over the lake. So we always go down there. And this year they had a band down there. Yeah. And they had food and they had the fireworks, and it was just a good time.
And Henry was born.
And grandson. We had a second grandson born in July of last year now, because this is January. So he's in the Christmas videos too.
He's cute as a button. Just like Kobe. Kobe's cute as a button.
The insurance, I guess, wouldn't cover the tiny houses. I think Incredible Tiny Homes is still selling them for $18,000 full. That's a pretty good deal. Full kitchen and bathroom. I mean, it's better than not having a place at all to live. Because when I was there was still 6 families in tents. And that was end of November?
No, middle of December.
Middle of December. So can you imagine? It's cold and damp outside, and they're still living in tents. She said the other day on her last live stream, Saturday, that it's down to like 3 or 4 families, I believe she said, left, that a couple more got trailers. But that's still too many. It's cold out. It's cold. I don't know what Asheville's doing. I'm sure they have more than that in tents. And I know a lot of the tiny homes and the trailers and stuff are going to Asheville because that's where the biggest need are. That's the biggest community hit, I guess. But if you go into Gail's area, you can see there's a lot. It's not a big area, but seems like everybody was affected in some way, whether it was a business owner. And they said one of the restaurants we went to, the restaurant didn't get hurt, but the lady that owned the restaurant, her house did. Her house got damaged. So either the restaurants, the businesses had to close because the businesses got damaged, or the people's houses, or the churches. It's just in some way you were impacted by it. Oh, it looks like we need 2 baby books. Yeah. Well, the one baby's going to be 1, and the one baby was born in July, August, September, October, November, December, January 6th. Yeah. Pepperoni roll drop last night. Did you record that? Because I don't have a clue what that is. I'm pretty sure you probably did, so I'll have to look that one up as soon as you post that. 8x16. Well, I mean, 8x16 is better than nothing. The way they make the tiny houses. I mean, they make a lot in a little space. 3 families still in tents. Yeah, I mean, they still need a lot of help. The one lady that I adopted the little 2-year-old for Christmas. Now, I got to meet the mom, and the 2-year-old. She brought the 2-year-old up to the church where Gail and I were putting the cookies in the bags for the volunteers, and or the people that were helping out and stuff. The little boy was just fun. I mean, he was coloring, he was running around, he was having a good time, and the mom was just touched by the whole thing. But she said she had moved in with her dad, but her dad's house, like half the house wasn't livable because it was damaged by the storm. So they had blocked off some rooms, and they all were living in a little tiny section of the house. And then finally, I think a few days before I got there, she had finally got a trailer, and she was so thrilled. She was telling me how thrilled she was to have her own place back, a little trailer to live in. And that, excited that, her son would have a Christmas because, we were helping them out. And I had even, got a little something for her because I'd asked Gail if she needed anything. And she said maybe something for her kitchen because she had just got her trailer. So I got her, a couple little things for her kitchen. But she was so thrilled just to get the stuff and said, I don't think my son's ever had this many gifts. These people were already living in poverty, and then they got hit with this storm, and it's worse. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can you move up when you've been knocked down again and you're trying to, she had job interviews. She was going on job interviews. Another lady that came in to help us, she was displaced. She had lost her job because of the storm. These places closed. They don't have a place to work. There's another place there that 150 people worked at. It was closing at the end of the year. Where are the people going to go for a job? I mean, it's heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. You're on Instagram. I don't do Instagram. Okay.
Are you going to post it?
Or he hasn't posted it on YouTube yet.
Are you going to?
He probably will. Because I don't have Instagram. I have Facebook, but I don't have Instagram. Yeah, the mothers were very, very happy that the church was helping them out. It was just so touching. It really was. And for the one lady that came in and was helping us bag the cookies and everything, and she was the same way. Is part of her house was damaged, and her daughter that was living in that part of the house now had to move into the living room, and with all her stuff that they could salvage from the area that was damaged, and she was having to step over her, and she just, she's a teenager, and she said, we just want to get our house fixed so that we can kind of get somewhere back to normal. But then she's trying to get a job too because she'd lost her job. So there's so many different factors and everything, Uh, it was really eye opening.
So
And
is she talking to you or me?
if you go to West Virginia with me, then I'll introduce you to a pepperoni roll from Country Club Bakery.
She must be talking to you.
They were originally made so miners could take them into the mines with them. Oh, cool. It's on my Facebook also. All right. Is your Facebook open, Don? I can try to get to your Facebook, but my Facebook's private unless you ask me to make you a part or whatever. A friend request me, I guess, and I'll accept that. Dill pickle drop at my son's hometown in Mount Olive. A dill pickle drop. What is a drop? I mean, is it everybody just brings dill pickles and eats them? What's a drop? What did they drop them out of an airplane or a helicopter? I mean, I know we do the radio station did a pig drop or something and drop flying pigs. I don't know, something weird over the summer. Yeah, Don, we need your Facebook. We'll look you up. Are you under WV Running Don on Facebook? Or is it Carpenter Vlogs? I did actually get to do a quilting class this year. I took a quilting class in like July. They offered it through the From the Heart Stitchers that I'm part of and I donate things to. And my mom and sisters are still knitting. And when I go up there, they give me stuff they knit to come back and donate. And From the Heart Stitchers had a quilting class last year that I was part of. And I learned a new block. But I haven't done anything with it yet because I've just been too busy. Sometimes you just get too busy. But I still have the pattern and stuff, and I know how to do it. So I may try to do that sometime this year. Maybe I can try that. August, we picked peaches and canned peaches.
Yeah.
We harvest.
We didn't do tomatoes this year? You missed
We
tomatoes.
did tomatoes. We did tomatoes in February.
We did tomatoes again, though, too.
Because I have the ones that we pick after we can the tomatoes, we still have tomatoes left. I freeze them and then like I can can them anytime during the spring. So
we still bought a box and did.
Yeah, I know, but I canned some in February.
Yeah.
And then we canned some more in the summer, in September. We canned them in September. We picked the peaches in August and canned those, and also harvested parsley and basil for the first time. We planted fresh parsley and basil this year, and I dried it. I picked it and dried it, and I did that a couple times during the summer, and it turned out really good.
And then she killed it.
And well, I mean, it died at the end of the year. What am I supposed to do? It's just a giant dill pickle from the pickle factory that goes into a vat of vinegar. It's kind of like the ball drop the ball drop at Times Square. They do it GMT time. So they drop a giant pickle, a giant cucumber into a giant vat of vinegar, and it's a pickle drop at Mount Olive. Mount Olive pickles. I mean, it makes sense. You need to videotape it and put it on your channel. These are weird things we must know about. So you're under Stacy Donald Carpenter on Facebook. I'm going to look that up when we're done and friend message you or whatever so I can see the video. Stacy Donald Carpenter on Facebook. All right, I wrote it down. Yes. All right. And then in August, we went back to New York. Steve went with me this time. We were supposed to go fishing. A very dear friend of ours passed away. We knew that he probably wouldn't make it till we got back from New York because he was in very poor health. So we visited him. I visited him in the hospital a lot. Steve went up a couple of times when he wasn't working so that we could see him. And then we were deciding whether or not to cancel our trip, but ended up going because they didn't think that we should stay and hold our trip. So that was kind of sad, but we didn't end up getting to do the fishing trip because we were going to do salmon fishing at the end of our trip. And they had to cancel because of weather. So they called us the day before the fishing excursion and said, we need to cancel because the weather's going to be really bad and we're not going out tomorrow. So we ended up not going on our salmon fishing trip, which seems to be the way it goes with our salmon fishing trips is they never work out. So I don't know why we keep trying to book salmon fishing when it's never working out.
You got no snow there, Don?
He said he shares his Facebook. I think, did he have the last video I watched, the Christmas video? I don't remember if there was snow or not.
There's no snow there. Not 20 hours ago, there was no snow.
Oh, okay. He's looking at your Facebook page, Don. He says he shares their Facebook. Yeah, I think the pickle drop would be cool. And then what was the other drop? The pepperoni roll drop. I'm not sure what that would be, but I'm going to look that up. So I hope you post a video on it. So in August, Chris and Leah came up. Chris and Leah from Hockenberry Holler. And we did the St. Paul's reenactment thing with Kathy. And that was a lot of fun. That was different. Something I hadn't done in Richmond before. So that was pretty cool. Leah and I made it a diaper cake. That was pretty cool. Come up, she said. It'll be fun, she said. Me, when Leah, I made her come up and make a diaper cake for Jean and Al's first ever grandbaby. So
I don't know, me and Chris enjoyed while y'all were doing that. We enjoyed that.
Yeah, we had fun. It was fun. Really. So we're going into the diaper cake business. Lee and I making all kinds of diaper cakes.
I just don't think there's
enough call for it. I don't know. People like bowl cozies and pot holders.
I think it costs you more than you make.
I finished these bowl cozies today. This is for Valentine's Day. They say love on them. Are they pretty? I got 5 of them, and I got 3 more to go. So I got 8, and then I got like 5 pot holders. They're kind of cool. And I did this hat while I was at the radio station yesterday. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, that is pretty.
So for a little child or a bigger child, maybe a 10, 11-year-old child, somewhere in there. It's too small for my head. So we did get some beets and some carrots out of our garden last year. So we did freeze the carrots and can the beets. So those are a first for us because we've never actually gotten beets or carrots
And the beets were good.
in the garden before. So we still have some canned beets.
I mean, they weren't huge beets, but
Smoky Cat's here. Hi, Smoky Cat. Happy New Year. Good to see you. How are you doing? How did you ring in the new year? Did you stay up to midnight? Let's see. What else did we do? We harvested potatoes. We did that the last couple of years.
yeah,
3-4 years we've
they didn't do
done
as good.
potatoes.
We didn't do as good this year for some reason.
Might have been maybe we planted the wrong kind of potatoes. I don't know. I usually just take the potatoes out of the pantry that are starting to like sprout the eyes and plant them.
The year before you bought seedlings.
I didn't. I never bought them.
Yes, you did.
All right.
Well, then maybe it's 2 years before that.
Maybe. Because I usually can't find them. So I usually just get them from the store. I mean, from the grocery store.
Maybe I'll just get a tiller and just till this section of yard up over here and put potatoes in it.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know.
Not like it does anything except collect leaves and sticks.
We planted pumpkin for the first time. And one plant took over the yard. I mean, it was going all over. And we ended up with 3 pumpkins that I froze.
Actually 4, but we didn't pick it in time.
Right. I mean, we ended up with 3 because one kind of died.
It rotted.
It rotted out. But we had 4 nice looking pumpkins. And we went to New York and we came back. One had rotted out. So we picked the other 3, let them ripen a little bit. And then I cooked them and froze them. And I made a pie with 1 bag and it turned out really, really good. So the pumpkin is real good. Lori is saying those are pretty. Oh, she's talking about the bowl cozies. I'm going to have to go. My eyes are getting tired. Those hats would look good in a gift bag with my baby book. Oh yeah, that's cool. I have a cover professionally done. Very cool. Good night, Lori. Have a good night and Happy New Year. Have a blessed New Year. We got the sock donations over the summer from Bombas. Bombas dropped us 3,000 pairs of socks. I've got to split those out and deliver those to different shelters around Richmond and Goochland. And
she just can't stay home.
Wherever they needed them. Gail got a lot of the socks. I had a lot of socks because I asked the shelters how many they want. Once I get them all delivered, I hold back the other ones. I take some to Homeward if they want them, if they have a place. And then if they don't, I'll store them here. And then wherever the need pops up, that's where the socks go. And they needed them down in Tennessee for the flood victims. So we sent a bunch down there. And then when I went down this last trip, I took some more with me. You had shrimp last night. That sounds good. I was thinking about doing some crab legs. So I might be doing that sometime soon, maybe this weekend or something. But shrimp sounds really good. Yeah.
8 o'clock, honey.
Well, you can go if you want.
8 o'clock.
Well, go. If you want to go, go.
Where we at?
It don't matter. I'm chatting. I'm having fun with my friends. You're welcome to go sit if you want to go sit. I have no time limits on this. If you all want to stay and chat, we'll stay and chat. Are you going to make a cheese omelet? Were you with the one that asked me what cheese I put on my omelet? Because I just use the shredded cheddar. So I cook the egg and then I take the shredded cheddar and put it on top and then fold it over and it melts the cheese. That's how I do it. And then the end of October into the beginning of November was my Columbia missions trip last year. That was the first time that I went to Columbia or I went out of the country on a missions trip. And I truly enjoyed that. I had a great time and I would definitely do that again. And it was a trip that was medical. I am not medical in any means, but the task they gave me for this missions trip was basically to check people in, to take their IDs if they had IDs, or some of them had like birth certificate kind of things for their kids, and just write down their names on a paper. They gave us these sheets of paper that we wrote the names. I weighed them. I put their weight on it. And then if they wanted eyeglasses, I put them in one section. If they wanted to see a doctor, a pediatrician, whatever, I put them in the other section. The nurse was there. She would take the blood pressure and the pulse and find out what they needed to see the doctor for. And she would, the form had all the areas for all that. And then she would either send them to the pediatrician area if they want, where they brought their kids for a pediatrician. We had general practitioners there, and we also had women's doctor there. So depending where they wanted to go. And then we had the people that would check the eyes and the people that were giving out the eyeglasses. Everything they did there at the clinic was free. There was no charge. There was the one that organizes the group mission from our church. She did the pharmacy area. We brought a lot of the medicines ourselves there. If they needed something that we didn't have with us, we sent one of our runners up to the pharmacy to get it. They didn't charge them for medicine. They didn't charge them to see the doctors. They didn't charge them for eyeglasses or exams. Everything was free. Now, we weren't doing stuff like x-rays and things like that. And they did say there were some people there that their either mental condition or physical condition was beyond what they could do at a small clinic like that. And they really needed to go to a hospital or to a doctor that could do x-rays or, deal more with mental health issues. But we did as much as we could. A lot of the people we saw, like in Concordia, was a lot of the plantation workers, because they had the coffee plantations there. And with the coffee plantations, they had the bananas and the plantains. And a lot of the people coming in were plantation workers or just elderly in the area, people who probably weren't able to see doctors. But they were so sweet. They really were sweet, sweet people. And the ladies, they would go through and they were supposed to go out the back door when they left, but a lot would come back to the front where I was to give me a hug and say thank you. And then they'd go out the door they were supposed to go out. But it was so neat that sometimes they would write a little note in English, because I don't speak Spanish. I did have an interpreter. Everybody was given an interpreter, the doctors and the nurses and myself. I had somebody there to translate for me. So because a lot of people would come up and try to have a conversation with me and I didn't understand what they were saying. So I did have somebody that could translate for me, which was very cool. But it was a great experience, and I truly, truly, truly enjoyed it. And definitely would do it again. So that's something that I hadn't done before. But now that I'm retired, and last year was my first year to be fully retired all year long, that was a great opportunity for me. And then the last thing, I guess, that to talk about really is the volunteering with Gail. And we have talked a lot about that during the live stream tonight. But I thoroughly enjoyed my trip down to see Gail and to hang out with Gail a little bit, and her and I doing the toy shopping for the kids and distributing the cookies, bagging the cookies. We had over 2,000 cookies, and we were putting 6 cookies in a bag. She had these little pretty little decorative bags, they had a Christmas pattern on them, and we put 6 cookies in the bag and tied them up with little ties and put them in the different containers. And then some went to like the FEMA office, and some went to like the utilities office for the utility workers. She said the utility workers were working like 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, just to try to get electricity restored. And, they had to build up the side of the roads, which is something I didn't even think about. It's like, yeah, the phone poles came down and everything came down. Well, just go put new ones up. Well, no, because the roads got washed away. They had to build up the sides of the roads before they could put up the electric poles to restore the electricity and to rebuild the roads. The roads were washed out. 2 of the roads that we drove on from one church to the other, because we were going down from the Mountain City Church to the church and trade. We're working in both of those areas while I was down there. And we went two different ways. In each road, you had to stop and wait because there was only one lane of traffic, and you had to wait for the other lane to go because that side of the road was washed out. So both sides coming and going into trade or back out of trade, depending which way you took, the roads had been washed out. So the area, you couldn't get around, and then they were still working on the electricity and things like that. So these workers were working around the clock. So we took cookies to them. And the post office, and she had talked about the post office and how the building was damaged and the mail was going, hours away at another post office, and then they would have to truck it in, and they wouldn't get their mail for a few days. And then finally they set up this little trailer that looked like a food truck to get the mail so people could go and pick up their mail and mail letters and stuff. Can you imagine your mailbox got washed away? What are you going to do? They can't even get anybody up to pick up your mail. What are you going to do, or deliver your mail? Can you just things you don't think about, the luxuries we have that, we're so spoiled. And just being able to get our mail on time or go to the post office if we need to go to the post office. Their post office, it got damaged. What are they going to do? They couldn't have a post office there. And these workers were working hard. So we took them cookies, and they thoroughly enjoyed that. They were so thrilled to get them. And then the Samaritan's Purse, I guess, office, and in the different offices like that, of the people that were just helping out the community, that we took all of them cookies. And that was one of the missions that I went down for, because I baked a lot before I went down, and I put them into the freezer, and then I packed them all up and carried them down with me. And then the second mission was the toys, and we wanted to get toys to distribute to the children for Christmas, which Gail and I went shopping up in Bristol, and had a nice day up there shopping and having dinner together, and then going back. And then she got the toys over to the trade area, and they did the giveaway, I think, just a few days before Christmas, and they gave away turkeys too, which was amazing. And she said that they serviced, or they gave toys to like 181 kids. That's amazing. It's simply amazing. Cucumber and Vine. Pickle Drop. I'm going to the Pickle Drop at Cucumber and Vine. Okay, I'll look at them. Did you send them in my email? I'll check out where you sent them. If you sent them to my Facebook or my email, that should be pretty cool. But yeah, that was an amazing trip. Colombia was an amazing trip. I really don't have anything like on my books for things that I'm going to do as far as missions this year. I know I'm going to do missions this year. I probably will go back to Colombia this year. I just don't know when it's going to be. And I will probably go back to Gail's this year. I don't know when it's going to be. I've got to just wait for dates and just see what else pops up in the community here or there or wherever the needs are. And I'm always open to help. I've already, I worked the radio station yesterday as far as volunteering there. But I know they've got stuff coming up. I've already got their dates for their spring fundraiser. And they said they have some shows and some pop-ups. We did some pop-ups last year. It was their 25th anniversary. So they set up tents in different areas and gave away stuff, like little refrigerator magnets and T-shirts and whatnot. And that was a lot of fun. I did a couple of them with them, and they're going to do those again this year in different areas, not the same areas. Because I think one was a Baskin Robbins, and one was like a little antique-ish kind of store, little novelty store, I guess. And was that the only two I did? I think I did another one. I don't remember where it was. But they were fun. They were fun because I got to give stuff away. So, and promote the radio station on Facebook. We may have to make hat a couple trip next year. Make what? Oh, that. Okay, just let me know. Just let me know. We'll go to Cucumber and Vine. Should be fun. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot scheduled for this year. I know I'll probably go back up to see my mom in May again this year. I've got my craft fair, the craft fair with the radio station. It's a women's retreat and vendor fair, and they've invited me to be a part of that. And that's going to be on the 25th of January. So I really can't do anything until I get some crafts made. And then February, I want to paint my loft, my guest room. I have the paints for that. I've been putting it off. It needs to get done. We need new carpet up there. I've got new bedding that I've already put on the bed, which I really like. I think it's pretty, but really need to get that room fixed up because that's one of the few rooms we haven't done since we bought the house, and it really needs to be done. So because we don't use it that often, but I want it to be fixed up for our guests that come. And then we have our cruise that's already scheduled for April. But I think that's about all that we really have scheduled for this year coming up. So give out free pickles. Oh, I like pickles. I like dill pickles. And I did, re-sign up for the sock drop. So I'll get my socks in the summertime. It's usually a third quarter, I think, which is July, August, or September. I'll get them in that range somewhere. They usually send me an email and said they should be coming within the next couple of weeks. And hopefully I don't have something scheduled that I won't be home. Like the last time they sent it, it was like they should be sent between these dates, and it was like, oh, we've got a trip to New York planned to see my mom. So, but luckily they got there a couple days before we had to leave to go on our trip. So we just ended up throwing them in the garage, and I didn't deal with them until I got back off the vacation. But they cut it kind of close. So hopefully this year they get them a little bit earlier, but I'll deal with them when I have them a minute to deal with them, because the shelters don't care. They usually just kind of put them aside. They have given out mini pepperoni rolls at the drop, but not this year. Oh, bummer. Maybe because it was pouring down rain. That's probably a good reason. I like pepperoni. I like all food pretty much. Pickles and pepperoni pizza. Well, that sounds fun. What do y'all got planned for this year? Anything fun? Oh, we have a train trip planned for February. Steve gave me a train trip. Where is it at, Steve? It's in Stanton, Virginia. Virginia Scenic Railways. It's a 3-hour train trip with lunch. So we go up to Stanton and stay overnight, and then we catch the train and we do the 3-hour train trip, and then we go back to our hotel. We're going to spend the whole weekend up there. So I think it's 12 to 3, right? No, 10 to 1. So we'll have the rest of the afternoon to explore if we want to explore. That should be pretty cool. I've not really even done a train trip like that before. So that'll be something new. We want to try different things this year. And Tack and Brenda, I don't know if you guys watch AOK Forging or Adventures. I think they're called AOK Homesteading now. Yeah, I like train trips. I don't know. I've done a couple little tiny ones, but nothing like a 3-hour one before. We did the one in Alaska. That was a couple of hours, I think, maybe an hour, where they took us up in Skagway and they took us on that train tour thing. But we got off when we got up to a certain area. We got off and took a bus back because we wanted to do some. I thought they were going to stop and do some shopping. That's what they had kind of said on the little thing, but we ended up only doing some shopping at the end. But they did stop and let us take pictures in different areas. Where the train, you just kind of rode the train and took video as you were riding it, which was kind of cool. But I'm looking forward to this one too. I haven't done this one. So I don't know. Anyway, there's a local arts place in Louisa and they do shows. So I did get a couple tickets. We're going to do green fried tomatoes. I think that's what it's called. It's a green fried tomatoes, right? And then there's a ballet that's coming. I got tickets to both those shows. I think one's in January. They're both on a Sunday, and one's in February. Is one January and one February? It was just the first quarter. I got the book for the first quarter because my hairdresser gave it to me. She had a book. So I looked through it and I was like, oh, we should try this. We've never done this. We're going to try different things this year, things we haven't done. So we're going to do those two things. We're going to do the train. We're going to do that. The cruise, we're just going to places we've been before because we want to get our diving in. But we're really not going to any place new this year. I don't know. Maybe we'll do another cruise later in the year. We had a friend ask us if we would cruise with them, but we haven't really set anything. They wanted to do it towards the end of the year. We haven't set anything up. Yeah, Staunton, in Staunton, Virginia. Have you done that one, Leah? Because y'all did a train trip, and I don't remember where it was. It might have been that. But yeah, we're doing the one in Staunton. That's only a couple hours from us. It shouldn't take too long to get there. When I worked, I had a customer out there. I had a couple customers out in that area. So that was one of my farthest away accounts that I would go down there once every couple of months. But I don't think Staunton's that big because I would just barely go into the town. It's kind of like one of those old towns. I don't know if that's where Leah. I know Leah and Chris went on a train trip, but I'm not sure exactly where they went. So what are y'all doing this year? My summer's probably going to be gardening and stuff. Fishing. I want to do more, getting out on the board a little bit more. But, we have that little window like May, June that, then it gets really hot and you don't really want to be out in the middle of the day because it's way too hot to be out. But I don't know. I don't feel like we're out on the water as much as we probably should be. Oh, you didn't know they had one? Oh, Bryson City. Where is that? West Virginia and one in Bryson City. I'm not sure where Bryson City is. Is that North Carolina? Is Bryson City, North Carolina, Steve? Where? Bryson City? Bryson? I have no idea. Oh. continue to work full time, but nothing big in the plans. Well, I'm hoping, well, I'm glad that I don't, North Carolina. Okay. I'm glad that I don't have to work anymore. I did kind of like, I wanted to retire, but then I wasn't sure. And then I was going back and forth, if they kind of switched my job up. I was hoping they would switch my job up and then I might stay a little bit longer. And then that didn't, they were changing so much up at work. And it was like, it just wasn't fitting me anymore. And it was like, I'm going to turn 62. I'm just going to retire. I want to do the volunteering. I want to do my own thing. I want to do my crafts. I kind of had things I wanted to do. I wanted to, do my YouTube. Just things that, work got in the way. But I'm glad now that I did retire because I kind of like threw it around a little while. And I know you're probably thinking about that too. I don't know. How, are you, Betty? Are you thinking about retiring? But yeah, I know you're working full time. Yeah, we fish off the bridge when we go up to New York, as much as we can. We do that in the mornings usually because it's cooler in the mornings, and then we try to be done. If we go like 8 o'clock in the morning, we try to be done like around noon, because my oldest sister will go and pick up my mom, or when we're done fishing, I'll go pick up my mom, and my sister, if we get fish, we'll take them back to the house and clean the fish. But we want to make sure that we pick up mom around noontime so she can come and eat lunch with us. And then we spend the afternoons playing cards. We don't do a whole lot. Mom's 91. She'll be 92 in March this year. And, we used to go different places and stuff when I went up there, but mom can't really get around like she used to. She still does well, but we have to be careful. She gets tired faster. She can still beat us in cards, but, she's getting up in age. We're all getting older. That's why I said we got to get out and get our cruising and our stuff done. I got to try to stay in shape. And I was saying AOK Foraging and Adventures, Tack and Brenda. Tack's talking about coming back over. I met her a couple years ago. She came over to hike the Adirondacks Trail, and I met her, and we walked a little bit with her and, got her off on her way, started her off, brought her breakfast. And her and a group went. One of the ladies with her didn't make it, but one day. The other guy hiked with her for a couple of days, and then he had to leave to go to work. And then she ended up hurting her ankle, and she had to stop. And she was really upset she had to stop. She's talking about coming back over. Her and I have been chatting, and I've invited her to stay with us. If she comes, or she wants to hike, I've got to get in shape if I'm going to hike even a couple of miles with her, because I just haven't been putting a lot of walking in, and I need to get in shape to swim too, because when we're diving, I don't know if we're drift diving or how we're diving, but it is a little bit strenuous, and I need to be in shape. So that is something that I have to put back on my schedule, even if it has to wait till February. I need to get on this treadmill back behind me over here and start doing some walking, because I do want to do a little bit of hiking this spring, and I got to get in shape for the diving, and I need to take off about 10 pounds, even though my doctor said, don't worry about it. You're not really overweight, because I'm big boned, and she thinks I'm fine, but I don't. I said, I still want to take off 10 pounds. My A1Cs were pretty good this time. I'm still like in that kind of pre-diabetic zone, but she didn't seem concerned. So, but I want to lower my numbers. Couple more years of working if you can. That's good though. Oh, pay off. Yeah, car to pay off. Yes, indeed. Let me know what you want to do. You know what we talked about today. So let me know if that will work for you, any of those weekends. And I'll talk to you more about that. You have to give me a call so I can give you some scoop on that one. But anyway, yeah, I've probably talked y'all's ear off. I've been on an hour and a half. I'm going to probably make it a night. Thank you all. I wanted to come on and just say Happy New Year to everybody. Kind of like just chat about what we did for the year. And I think that we did quite a bit for this year. And see what everybody's plans were for the coming year. So I hope you all have a blessed year and everything you get, everything that you need for the year, that we can meet up. Some of us can meet up and get some stuff done. I appreciate y'all dropping by to hang out with me. And I want to do some more live streams. I just don't know what time of day or whatever is good for that. But if you have any suggestions, let me know either on a video or in the chat or whatever you want to do. Let me know when a good time to do video or live streams. I'm going to still do my Tuesday morning Bible studies. I need to get my lesson. I've got the lesson almost done for next Tuesday. Need to finish that up. We will be meeting again on next Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. and continuing on with those Bible studies. So I'm looking forward to getting back into doing that. I've taken a couple weeks off with the holidays. So thank you all again. Yeah, I've been on here since 7. It's 8:30. So, yeah. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, though. That's very cool. Give me some view hours, right? But yeah, just hang out and make my year off to a good start. So, thank y'all. I will catch you on the next one. Y'all have a blessed day, a blessed year, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.